ZABoxingNation, where boxing lives, breathes, and breaks down. Today is August 22nd, 2025, and we've got some heavy hitters in the headlines. The Nevada Commission has officially named the referees and judges for the massive Saul Canelo Alvarez versus Terrence Bud Crawford showdown in September. We've also got Jake Paul stirring the controversy again, this time with an exhibition. Plus, Tyson the Gypsy King Fury is teasing a return to the ring. And as always, we'll run through the upcoming fights that you need to be prepared for. Plus, we'll close this with your favorite segment on this day in boxing history. Let's break this all down. The super fight that we've all been waiting for is inching closer and closer. September 13th at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada, Saul Canelo Alvarez takes on Terrence Bud Crawford in a fight that has the boxing world buzzing. The Nevada Athletic Commission has confirmed Tom Taylor as the referee, and two of these judges that I kind of have a problem with, but I want you guys to just read between the lines. The judges that are cited for this fight is Tim Cheatham, Max DeLuca, and Steve Weisfeld. I'm not going to speak about those guys in depth, but if you guys want to comment the judges that you think I'm talking about, it's two judges there that are very suspect. Comment those two down below. But all three are highly experienced and have been in countless world title fights. But two of them, their scoring tendencies always become a hot topic before big fights like this. This fight will be broadcasted on Netflix, promoted by Dana White in partnership with Saudi entertainment backers. And make no mistake, this isn't just a boxing match, it's a global event. Canelo, the face of boxing for over a decade, carries a resume that includes titles from junior middleweight up to light heavyweight. Crawford, who just moved up to 154 after cleaning out welterweight and is undefeated, he's already become the first man in the four-belt era to be undisputed at both 140 and 147. Next up, this one has the boxing community talking. Jake Paul, love him or hate him, he is back in the headlines, and he'll be facing none other than Gervonta Tank Davis in an exhibition on November 14th at State Farm Arena in Atlanta, streaming exclusively on Netflix. Now, let's be real. This isn't a competitive boxing match in the traditional sense. Gervonta Tank Davis is a 3-division world champion with a record of 30-0 with 1 draw and 28 knockouts. He's widely regarded as one of the hardest punchers pound for pound in the sport today. Jake Paul, on the other hand, is a YouTube sensation turned boxer. And with the record padded against MMA fighters and mid-level pros, this guy just keeps on getting opportunity after opportunity. Two are separated by a significant size difference. Paul campaigns at cruiserweight, while Gervonta Tank Davis is a lightweight. And that alone tells you the type of spectacle this will be. This is an extremely dangerous fight for Gervonta Tank Davis. Little does he know it or not, I still see Jake Paul as a real fighter. He's been doing this for a few years. He's not the best, but he has some potential. But the two are separated by a significant size difference. Paul campaigns at cruiserweight. Meanwhile, Gervonta Tank Davis is a lightweight. That alone tells you the type of spectacle this will be. Some see it as a money grab. Others view it as good exposure for the sport. Eddie Hearn even chimed in, calling it entertainment and not boxing. But whether you love it or hate it, it's drawing attention. And that means people will be tuning in. The question is, how much will Gervonta Tank Davis showcase his power in an exhibition setting? And what does Jake Paul really gain here outside of a payday? Meanwhile, Tyson the Gypsy King Fury is back in the headlines. After stepping away from the sport, Tyson the Gypsy King Fury has been seen posted new footage of himself training alongside his father, John Fury. And on top of that, he posted on his Instagram that he has a big announcement coming up. Tyson Fury, man, he went to war with Alexander Usyk, Deontay Wilder. Like, this guy is the creme de la creme of the heavyweight division. Whatever fight that he decides to take next, I would watch because he is that great of a fighter. As long as Tyson Fury doesn't fight Jake Paul, I'll be tuning in. You know what? If he does fight Jake Paul, I'll be tuning in because I want to see Jake Paul get stopped by a real fighter and someone who's in his weight class. That's a tremendous fighter. If Fury does come back, potential opponents are massive. Imagine Tyson the Gypsy King Fury versus Alexander Usyk again, or Tyson the Gypsy King Fury versus Anthony Joshua. We know that Anthony Joshua is trying to fight Tony Yoka, but that would still be a tremendous fight for him. And then we know that Andre SOG Ward has publicly called out Anthony Joshua. That is going to be a crazy fight. Something similar to what we have here with Saul Canelo Alvarez versus Terrence Bud Crawford. Now for the upcoming fights that you need to be prepared for. Tonight, we have August 22nd, Jan Paul Rivera versus Daniel Bailey, and Yoelvis Gomez versus Edwin Humane Jr. in Orlando, streaming on DAZN. Tomorrow, August 23rd, a stacked doubleheader in the UK. Jack Rafferty faces Mark Chamberlain, while Yankael Rivera, he will be fighting Angelino Cordova. Also, Zach Miller defends his Commonwealth featherweight title against Leon Woodstock in Ultracam. September 13th, the big one, Saul Canelo Alvarez versus Terrence Bud Crawford for 168-pound supremacy. October 11th, Jerron Boots Ennis makes his 154-pound debut against Uisma Lima in Philadelphia with the WBA eliminator on the line. November 14th, Gervonta Tank Davis versus Jake Paul. For your favorite segment on this day in boxing history, in 1939, Lou Ambers defeated Henry Armstrong by a 15-round unanimous decision to regain the lightweight world title. In a rematch of their 1938 Fight of the Year. In 1969, Mexican legend Ruben Olivares knocked out Lionel Rose in the 5th round to capture the WBC bantamweight title. In 1980, Puerto Rican great Wilfredo Gomez defended his WBC super bantamweight crown by knocking out Derek Holmes in the 8th round. 3 different decades, 3 defining moments, and all reminders of greatness this sport produces. And that's a wrap for today's update. We've got officials locked in for Saul Canelo Alvarez versus Terrence Bud Crawford mega fight. Jake Paul stirring the pot with Gervonta Tank Davis exhibition. Tyson the Gypsy King Fury teasing a comeback, and plenty of fights to look forward to in the weeks ahead. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Are you buying into Jake Paul versus Tank Davis spectacle? And do you think Fury will actually return in 2026? And of course, who's your pick for Saul Canelo Alvarez versus Terrence Bud Crawford? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you never miss out on an update. This is ZABoxingNation, where champions get analyzed and legends are made. And if you're new here, keep your hands up, and I'll catch you in the next one.